Hello again, whimsy friends. Welcome to another video. Decided that I wanted to start a new series where once a month I'll show you guys what I've been doing in my garden, and at the end of the video I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour. Okay, so it's randomly really cold today, and not cold enough to freeze out my plants, luckily, but it's still like, I think it's 50, maybe a high of 49. So today I basically bought an entire another one of these things, and I built it, but I need to fill it today, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Chris got me a bunch of new bags of soil and manure and everything. I just need to bring it from the front to the back. The only downside is he unloaded it from his truck before he went to work yesterday, and then it started pouring rain, so I'm kind of worried that they're going to be completely soaked in water, but we will see. And then the other thing I'm very excited about today, so this is star jasmine, and I bought a big plant of star jasmine because I'm gonna have it creep up the other side of this trellis. So I have the sweet pea going on that side, but it's not gonna go quite as fast as I want, and it keeps kind of curling down. So in the meantime, I decided to get this star jasmine in hopes that it starts creeping up that way. And it's a perennial, so every year it'll just get bigger, which is exciting. Yeah, I also got this other thing in the mail, a really cute little metal bench that I'm going to put right there behind the star jasmine. Oh, the sun's coming out, so I'm going to put that together too. And then this is my outfit, by the way, all green. Every piece of green clothing I own, apparently. What was going on with this star jasmine, but it did not want to come out of this pot. Like, I literally was shaking it and trying to get it out as gently as I could for like 15 minutes, and it just would not move, so I had to cut it out, and luckily it survived me cutting it, but that was a ordeal. Also, as soon as I planted this, I realized the pot I planted it in was way too small, so literally the next day I went out and got a bigger pot, so don't worry if you think it looks too small. It definitely is, and I replaced the pot, and you'll see later. I'll show you how much it literally rained in one day. You see, I don't know if you can see how deep that is. That's probably like 4 inches of rain in 24 hours. It's a lot. So when Chris and I went to the plant nursery, they were having a huge sale on shrubs and potted flowers. So we basically just went a little crazy and bought a bunch, and had a slight plan for everything, but not a concrete plan. So you'll see in a little bit, we ended up doing things a little backwards, but it worked out in the end. But I don't recommend buying plants without a plan on where you're going to put them. Chris is picking up topsoil for the whole garden bed that I just raked all of that mulch over, and so we're gonna put, we were trying to dig into the ground to plant these things, but turns out that's just really clay soil back here, so we decided that that was not going to work for the plants that we decided to put back here. So we're doing a giant raised garden bed essentially. We did like the weeding mat type of thing, and then on top of that was a ton of mulch, and then we're going to put topsoil on top of that, and then I'm going to plant all of these. One second. Airplane. So yeah, when he comes back with a truckload of that, it'll be put down there. And the things that I got for back here, the plants are, I got a bunch of lavender, I got rosemary, I got phlox, that's these purple flowers, which I actually had from last year and I didn't even know that I had bought them. They were just popped right back up. I bought a bunch of marigold, because again, I really don't like mosquitoes, and I'm hoping that they help, because a little foresty swamp area back there sometimes attracts the mosquitoes. And oh, salvia, those purple, like taller purple ones over there, those are phlox. That's marigold. That is the salvia, and then rosemary and lavender back there. So yeah, and it's just a Friday evening, and the last couple of weekends we've been doing this, and it's been really nice. I will say I'm very excited because the weather's finally feeling good. The sun is out. It's like in the 70s. We've been doing this for a couple weeks, and it's been cold almost every single time, or like chilly, and it does obviously been a t-shirt, so it's nice. Oh yeah, you see this? I accidentally smashed my chin into our countertop because I went to pee in the middle of the night and had my eyes closed. I don't like to open my eyes. It's so weird, but I was like, and I went to sit down and pee and I smashed my, yeah, anyway, so that's cute. Also, Virginia Beach is known for these orange crush drinks, which is like, think of like really sweet orange juice we had as a kid, like put some vitamin C or high C, I think, and then mix it with alcohol. And pretty much at any bar you go to, you can get that, but they also sell them in these cans, so we decided to give them a try. It's sometimes fun to have like a little drinky while you're doing yard work. Taste test. That's good. Wow. That's really good. Highly recommend. Do you want a little summer drink? This is nice. Okay. Back to work. So Chris and I did things a little backwards because we got the plants before we even had any soil on the ground or the beds built. And that's because we didn't know that we were going to be making this really large flower bed back here. We thought we were going to be able to plant in the ground, and like I said before, we couldn't. So we had to do like 4 or 5 truckloads of soil and mulch and topsoil just to put back here so that we could plant these plants on top of that. And that took so much time. And we did all of that before we even built up the wall because we had to get the plants in the ground. So it was all very backwards. And like I said, do not recommend that. Build the flower bed before you get the flowers. I think it's really easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes like this and get a little bit discouraged and want to quit doing this new project you're trying to teach yourself how to do. But if you just remember that life is supposed to be fun and you're going to make mistakes, and that's okay, it actually is totally fine, and you can have fun with it and laugh about it and learn from your mistakes and just know you're not going to do the same thing next time. And just remember, it's not that serious. I'll tell you what was serious was this workout from this damn wheelbarrow going back and forth. I swear we did it like 100 times. My legs are still sore. I actually found it surprisingly difficult to decide how I wanted to arrange my shrubs and plants. I think doing it with seeds, sometimes it's a bit random and you don't have to think about it as much, but with actual plants, you can see exactly how it's going to look. So I get a little bit more nitpicky, I've noticed. So that took longer than I thought, but I think I arranged them in a way that they will look nice, and I hope that I didn't put them too close together. But I guess we'll see. So before I give you the final April garden tour, I wanted to show you a little bit of a garden tour through Salem's perspective. He's such a sweet soul and he always wants to be outside exploring the garden, and so I thought it would be kind of fun to let you see it through his eyes before I show you through the camera lens. a moat. He built me a wall for my flower bed. Yes, and he did a very good job. All these bricks cemented. It's beautiful.
Don't look that closely at it.
I think it looks great. I'll show them this part. Look closely here. Our initials.